Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta tracking Shanshan. It is a tropical storm moving off towards north and west, but, slowly strengthening. Big thing is in the broader picture, some of the impacts that are going to be had as this becomes a typhoon, as it nears the coastline of Japan Monday over towards Tuesday, mainly around Shikoku into the Kinkin region, the Kii Peninsula there in southwestern Honshu. And you're still going to be looking at some pretty decent inflow coming in on the back side of it across the Philippines. So taking a look at the winds, this is going to become a typhoon, 120 kilometer per hour over on Sunday, by Monday and the Tuesday, pulling off towards north and west, and then coming on shore there in, as mentioned, southwestern Japan. Now, there is still some uncertainty on exactly where this could be moving on shore. Now, this shows you Monday afternoon around Kyushu over towards parts of Shikoku. But the deal is, though, this is kind of bumping up into a high-pressure ridge towards the east. You got a trough coming in from the north. So a bit of a dynamic setup here. And the key thing is if this does slow down, it's going to be a big rainmaker for our friends out here across parts of Shikoku over towards the Kii Peninsula. Remember, this is a volcanic area. Now, there may not be many active volcanoes there in Shikoku over towards the Kinki region, but what you do have is basically remnants, a lot of that type of soil, which is very prone and likely for landslides. So this is something we're going to be watching in these areas here as we go ahead through Monday, Tuesday, and over towards Wednesday. And even in the Tokyo, you could be looking at some flooding if this does decide it wants to stall out, moves over Nagoya into the Kanto plain. So plenty of impacts to be had with this. Of course, right now, it's not the most organized of storm systems. Still got a lot of dry air kind of filtering into it. But on the other side of it, of course, we're watching, for impacts out here across the Ogasawara Islands and northern Mariana Islands. You still have some of those rain bands, even in the Guam, too. But back towards the west, heavy showers taking place out here across western areas of Luzon down towards Visayas. Basically, this monsoonal inflow impacting you, which is once again, and I hate to sound like a broken record, it feels like we've been here before, but it's enhancing that monsoon. So we're not getting, your atypical tropical type setup here with a full-on typhoon, but just this southwesterly flow that hanging Habagat, which is going to continue to impact. And you just take a look at water vapor imagery. You kind of see what I'm talking about with our low pulling away from Guam here, that area in darker red indicating kind of that heavier moisture. A little bit of that dry air also being indicated in there, but if you follow that tail back towards the south and west, there it is, that monsoonal trough which is setting up and kind of aka creating that river of moisture for western Luzon, western areas of Visayas, and you kind of get all that heavy rainfall mixed in there. So yeah, it's a 1-2 punch with our storm moving off towards north, that inflow coming behind it. Still got rain bands in parts of Guam too, and also with a storm system like this and the overall flow, it's cascading waves in all directions. Of course, the heaviest being the southwestern areas of Japan, but we're still looking at that southwesterly flow, creating some decent surf for the west coast of the Philippines. So here's a look at that kind of the high resolution outlook, what I'm talking about with that flow coming in, especially as we go ahead through Sunday, Monday, and the Tuesday. All right, not my normal update. I'm doing this on a screencast, kind of busy here today, so just wanted to give you something real quick. And yeah, sorry if the audio is a little bit different today, but still, thanks to all our Patreon members and everybody that supports this channel. I try to put something out there every day. All right, thanks for watching, and of course, stay safe out there.